Hey, Mike Brookfield's here. Welcome to, this is week 11 on Patreon, and I'm going to start a new series this week called Coffee Chops. I had to just run back over to the house and make a coffee because I thought I can't do a series called Coffee Chops if I haven't got a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? And what is it? Well, the first 10 weeks we did quite serious stuff where we were doing the practice solos, pretty intense, pretty strict in its kind of learning. So we did 10 of those, and it gives you a good sample. If you were going to study with me, you're going to get those. So you have to work quite hard if you're going to study with me. That's basically what you're getting a taste of there. But also, what I thought to kind of complement that was to do a flip side, maybe. So now you've had a taste of that. How about for the next few weeks? Like I said on the weekly roundup there, imagine we were just sat down for 5 minutes, and you say, well, show me something, give me something to work on, and I'm just going to basically do that. I'm going to pick something which is fun to work on. Anyway, cheers. Coffee Chops. All right, it's a bit of a silly name, but that's the best I could come up with when I was out on my bike this morning and I was training, and I was thinking, gotta have a cool title or something silly. Anyway, that's the one we're going with. So what are we gonna go with? My favorite string. Can you have a favorite string? Well, yeah, actually you can, because my favorite string is the second string, also known as the B string. Why? It just sings. I know I went on to the other strings there, but there's something about the second string. It just sings really beautifully, doesn't it? There's no chance you're going to fall off the fretboard. It's not going to be maybe as pingy and as bright as the top string. It's not on the third string. It's not going to have that kind of darkness where maybe it doesn't cut through the band. The second string, something about it, it just kind of cuts through really kind of nicely. So what I'm going to suggest that we do here is I'm going to do a little riff. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the minor pentatonic on the second string. So what we did there, there's the root. That's the flat third. That's the fourth. That's the fifth. That's the flat seven. And that's the root again, up the octave. Obviously we're in E. That riff, by the way, is High Class Shoes from my Brookfield album, but you know, it's just a stock. It could be Gary Clark Jr., it could be, I don't know, John Lee Hooker, couldn't it? So we've just got the minor pentatonic there. If we add one more note, the flat five, then you get the blues scale. Root, flat third, four, flat five, five, flat seven, root. Now first thing I would say is just have a bit of fun playing around with that. Trying not to play anything on any of the strings. I snuck that note in there, but you know, so you notice that you're going from the root to the flat third. So if you're going to bend, the root, it's always good to do an overbend. When you're playing on one string like that, east-west I call it, it's kind of slightly harder to get that blues scale note in. Okay, now we're going to add one more thing in. We're going to add in the Dorian scale. So you got 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, root. You can stop on any note and it's going to be a good melodic note. So by choosing the minor blues, you're basically just missing out notes, aren't you? And then the blues scale has that sense of chromaticism in there. And then when you play the Dorian scale, because you're adding the 2nd or the 9th or the 6th or the 13th, you're adding those 2 notes. Sounds a bit more Santana-y, a little bit more psychedelic if you like. But guys like Gary Clark Jr. and that, they really love mixing that in because it makes it really super expressive, doesn't it? Okay, so have fun with that. Just to recap, what did I do? I did a little riff on E. All I did then was I played the minor pentatonic, root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, root. Messed around with that, bends, hammer on slides. Then add the blue note in, so you got that chromatic. And then play the Dorian scale. So now you've got a full scale. So you got root, 2nd, flat 3rd, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, root. And then by playing that, it adds an extra texture. Just have a bit of fun with that. You know, what I'm trying to do here is throw you 5 minutes of fun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to this later in the week. So have fun with that. Give me a little bit of feedback on the coffee chops. I'll speak to you later. Bye. Keep it burning.